Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mechabellum Podcast, your ultimate source for all things Mechabellum. I'm your host, Lionel Murray-Caper, and today we have an act-and-up-act episode as we delve deep into the extensive patch notes of Update 0.7 Welter. So grab your tactical headsets and join us as we dissect the latest changes and discuss the impact they'll have on the auto battler strategy game we all love. Let's kick things off by exploring the balanced adjustments introduced in this patch. The developers identified a significant discrepancy in usage rates and win rates depending on the matchmaking rating MERM levels. Below a MERM of 2400, the Steel Ball and Steel Ball Mustang combo reigned supreme, while above 2400, the Vulcan and Vulcan Marksman combo dominated the battlefield. The objective of this patch was to address these imbalances and promote a more diverse and competitive gameplay experience. To address the dominance of the steel ball, several changes were implemented. The experience X required for leveling up has been adjusted from 750 to 780, slightly slowing down its progress. Additionally, the reinforcement card subsidized steel ball has been elevated from level 1 to level 2, providing an extra challenge for players relying heavily on this combo. Moreover, the cost of the mechanical division has been increased from 300 to 350, and the number of crawlers generated has been reduced from 7 to 5, making it slightly less overwhelming on the battlefield. Shifting our attention to Arclight, a fan-favorite unit, some adjustments have been made to enhance its performance. The attack interval has been reduced from 1 point to 1.1, enabling Arclight to launch its devastating blows more rapidly. Additionally, the attack power has been adjusted from 397, striking a balance to prevent Arclight from being too overpowering. These changes should make Arclight more effective in dealing with waves of smaller units, ensuring it doesn't easily overwhelmed on the front lines. Now, let's talk about the mighty Vulcan, often regarded as an irreplaceable force on the battlefield. In an effort to address its dominance, the developers have slightly decreased its attack power from 86 to 85. This seemingly small change is expected to create a more level playing field, encouraging players to explore alternative strategies rather than solely relying on the formidable Vulcan. Lastly, the Marksman receives a minor adjustment, with its attack power being reduced from 2271 to 2248. Although a seemingly negligible decrease, the Marksman remains a crucial unit, especially in countering specific scenarios such as defense upgrades, cost control, and heavy armor. Players can rely on charged shot or elite marksman units to overcome these challenges and secure victory. Moving on to other adjustments, the developers have made some tweaks to enhance the overall gameplay experience. One notable change is the slight reduction in matchmaking time, allowing players to jump into battles more swiftly and spend more time strategizing and executing their plans. Addition, a MERM change between lanes has been slightly increased, ensuring that players' ranks more accurately reflect their performance and provide a fair competitive environment. An exciting change introduced in this patch is the earlier appearance of the speed-up vote during battles. Now, players can initiate the acceleration of the game's pace sooner, adding an extra layer of strategic decision-making and intensity to each match. It's a game changer for those nail-biting moments where every second counts. Before we move on, let's not forget the importance of bug fixes in providing a seamless gaming experience. In this update, one of the issues addressed was a limitation that restricted players from gaining X more than 30 times a day. With this fix, players can now continue their progression without any artificial barriers, ensuring a smoother path towards mastery. Additionally, the developers took care of some minor typos, ensuring that the in-game information is clear, concise, and error-free. Now, let's dive into the Mechabellum community and see how players are reacting to these patch notes. One Reddit user going by the name Revan, expressed their excitement over the buff given to the Fisty Fort, with the cost of the rocket punch ability being adjusted from 300 to 250. Players see and now unleash the mighty punch earlier and at a more affordable price. This change is expected to have a significant impact on fort-based strategies, offering a more dynamic and thrilling gameplay experience. Another Redditor, also identified as Revan, shares their thoughts on the changes made to Arclight. They believe that Arclight received a slight buff, as it now fires a bit faster and is less likely to be overwhelmed by enemy forces, while they acknowledge that certain factors like defense upgrades, cost-controlled, and heavy armor can surpass Arclight's effectiveness. They highlight the usefulness of charged shots and elite marksman units in dealing with those situations. It's fascinating to see players analyzing the patch notes and discussing the potential ramifications for their gameplay strategies. And that concludes our in-depth analysis of Mechabellum's Update 0.7 Welter patch notes. We've covered the extensive balance adjustments, bug fixes, and even shared some insightful comments from the Mechabellum community. Remember, Mechabellum is an ever-rolling game, and these patches strive to provide a better and more balanced experience for all players. We're excited to witness how these adjustments will reshape the strategies and metagame in the coming weeks. As always, we value your feedback and opinions. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts on the patch, do not hesitate to reach out to us on social media or through our website. We love hearing from our dedicated Mechabellum warriors. That's all for today's episode of the Mechabellum Podcast. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, may your strategies be flawless, your victories abundant, and your journeys through the Mechabellum universe be nothing short of legendary. Keep battling, Mechabellum enthusiasts.